Hello YouTube, I'm Drominicus and this is WordWise. And today on the show I'm going to be taking a look at a word that was requested, you'll find out why that's funny in a second, by urbansith, and that word is request. So, there's actually two different forms of request, the first being the noun form and the second being the verb form. So the noun form, if you don't know, is basically anything that you have asked for, a request. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And request in the verb form means to ask for something. So, looking at the etymology, request actually comes from French, which comes from Latin, which really comes as no surprise. The French form is request, which in the modern French is now requête. Now, that comes from the Old Latin, which was requisita. And so that meant basically a thing asked for, which is basically a request. So it really hasn't changed very much as far as the noun goes. It went from Latin to French to English as we know it now, and it hasn't really changed since then. And that was from the mid-14th century is when that came about. So it's been around for several hundred years now, with very little change at all. Now the verb form comes actually from the noun form, but it came about like a good little while later, not until the 1500s. So it did take a couple hundred years to come about as a verb form, which is a little bit odd when you think about it for English. But then, you know, it had existed in the verb form in French and in Latin previously, so they were probably using that, and then, you know, eventually English picked it up. So, again, that came from requester, which is the French request verb form, and that just got turned into request as a verb. So they didn't really change it at all. They just said, okay, well, we'll have two words meaning different things. And yeah, that's how we got request as a verb, and how we know it today as both a verb and a noun. So there you go. I do hope that you enjoyed today's show on request. And if you have any requests, please do let me know in the comments section, and I will get around to them on my next show, or the show thereafter, whichever order I got it, because I got one more request that I got to do this Friday. So anyway, hope that you guys tune in for the rest of my shows later this week. And yeah, do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you later. Thank you.